everyone, welcome back to Katarina's Garage, and I bought the rarest Lincoln Mark VII ever produced. I'm gonna go over it. It's probably one of the cheapest ones too, because there's some weird stuff about this one. The reason why it's cheap and whatever else, and we'll go through that, and then I'll also go through some of the parts, not exactly in this video, but in the future, and yeah, in about a week or so, we'll actually do a deep dive of this thing, probably get it up in the lift and stuff like that, and check out underneath properly. But anyways, let me show you guys why this thing is so rare, and that's what's under the hood. So, this is a BMW turbo diesel under here. This is the M21 diesel, which the turbo isn't on it, but the turbo's inside the car. So there's that. But years ago, because the guy that owns this, or owned it, I should say, he's not a mechanic. And so the head gasket went after he turned up the boost from 5 pounds to 8 pounds, and the head gasket just went at that point. So this little engine, surprisingly, they only made 2,300 of these, and how many of them are left, I couldn't tell you. But honestly, it's not in terrible shape. It does have its rust issues, whatever else. But what's really cool is actually it's a Lincoln Sport Coupe, which that's what the LSC stands for. And the only thing is, I can't get it into the trunk right now. There's a weird electrical issue with it to where the passenger doors, when it's open, you don't need the key in it, and everything inside works. It's bizarre. But the electronic latch was not working, so I'll get my buddy to delve into this, and you can see, the rust in the rear quarter right here. And, yeah, but these are, really cool. And something that's, really neat about them, too, is, so if you get into a little parking lot scrape, this grill pushes in like that so that it doesn't actually damage the grill. And also, this is the first Ford product to have non-sealed beam headlights. Which, now the interesting part about that was that they actually had to get a law changed to do that. Because before this, you needed sealed beam headlights no matter what. And Ford actually was able to get that done. But let's look inside. Now, it's not exactly like a mint car, obviously. It's got a sunroof, which is cool. Inside, you got these big doors. Just listen to how this closes, though. It closes really nicely. The seats are a little tatty, but that's okay. There's a bunch of parts inside. You got the full digital dash and everything. It's in miles at the moment, which, got to see with that, unless it happens to be an American vehicle, which I don't think it is, because he would have mentioned that to me if it was. But yeah, all these spare parts and whatever else like that, I need to go through them to see what's what with it. And you can see the sunroof here and everything. And, yeah, let's take you off the stand and show you inside. Now, I don't have the battery in it, because I took the battery out of my Mustang to actually energize this. And you can see, all the, like I said, this would all be digital dash and everything here. And you can see the parts, and then also in the back here, there is the original turbo sitting right here. So that's a good sign. Original air box is here. A bunch of other, filters and whatever else, and I need to go through those and just see what's all what. But, yeah, this thing, it's quite the project, because, so, in the head that's under the hood, so, the thing is, the owner, or the previous owner to it, because now it's mine, so the head gasket blew, and he sent it out to a shop, and for some reason they wanted to rebuild the head, which they didn't need to do that. So they took the valves out of it, and then they put it back together without the valves in it, so you can't even try and start this thing at all at this point. And what's interesting, this doesn't actually require that much oil. It only requires 3 liters of oil, which is weird. I'm used to, 5 liters minimum. So that's a little interesting with these as well. And this is a fully mechanical diesel. There's not really much electronics under here, which is nice. All of this is mechanical here. So I'm not going to get to this for a little while, but I think I will get my buddy Roy Marco, who knows a lot more about diesels and whatever else, to kind of play around with this thing and see what he can discover about it, because I'd be curious to know. But this is actually, so this was the biggest that the Fox body ever got. So this is over 16.5 feet long. Actually, I think it's closer to 17 feet long. And so this, a lot of the underpinnings of this will fit on like my Mustang that's right over there, right? A lot of it interchanges between the two. Now, and of course, you know, it's got a little cracked tail light here. And it actually does tell you, though, that it's a turbo diesel, right? And it's pretty neat. And it's just too bad that, yeah, like the valves are out of it. So now I've got to, like I mentioned, I got to get that head, you know, sort of touched up and whatever else. But yeah, that's how it goes. Sorry, there's a little glitch with the camera there. But, yeah, that'll about wrap up this video, because like I said, we'll delve into this relatively soon, and we'll see what's what with it. See what the parts are that came with it and all this different stuff. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. Also, for reference, if you want to know, I bought this thing for only $350. So, and we'll see if that's a good deal or not, because chances are it's going to cost me quite a bit to get this thing back on the road the way it is. Or do I say screw it to this diesel under the hood, even though it was like a really rare one of these, and like swap it, go back to like a gasoline motor, put another diesel in here, you know, it's just, we'll see what we come across. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch you soon. Peace out.